if I understand, ask. If I don't understand, let me ask.
Cool,
That's
no
all
worries,
from
no
my
worries,
end.
no worries. So wherever you want to create a Google Colab notebook, what you have to do, just right click, more, and you will get an option Google Collaborative. Okay, just click on this.
Okay.
It will create one file here and it will open a Jupyter Notebook kind of interface. You can see this is Jupyter Notebook kind of interface. So I'm going to teach today list data structure. Does make sense? Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
Cool.
No, sir.
We can come on the institute someday, like just to have a like a face-to-face class. So it's also needed, I believe. So my day is always going on sitting inside of one room, and my day is going over. So I also want kind of go outside and take some classes. So I'm planning to take some classes in the outside because my also work from home is going on. I don't go anywhere outside. Okay, so list data structure. So what you can do if you want to create a text, see, this is a text. If you want to create a code, you can click on here. If you want to create a text, click on here, text. Good evening. So here, what I'm going to start, I'm going to start like, see, this is the kind of, everything is giving like Word, Microsoft Word, how you are using the Word. So you can create a document here as well. Are you making my sense? So what you can do, I'm going to discuss about list data structure. So what I can do, so it has list data structure. List data structure. What is the list data structure? If we want to represent a group of individual object, I am the individual object as a single entity where insertion order will be preserved, insertion order and insertion order will preserved, preserved, and duplication will allowed, then we should go for list data structure. Did you guys understood what I told? No worries. If you didn't understood, let me explain. List is a type of data structure where insertion order will be preserved. Insertion order will be preserved in the sense of in which order you are inserting, in the same order you are fetching also. Like first element inserted, then you can fetch the first element first. If you inserted for second element, then second way you can second or after the first you can access the second element. Second point is that duplication is allowed. List is the kind of data structure where we are going to allow the duplicates. This is called list data structure. Okay. So overall, like list is a type of data structure where we can, and it also allow per minute. If we want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity where insertion order will be preserved, duplicates allowed, and heterogeneous data can be stored. Heterogeneous in the sense of means any kind of data, like if it is a string, integer, character, float, double, whatever data, complex number, whatever data you want to store inside of list, it will be allowed. So heterogeneous data will be allowed. Okay. So now, so what are the point we understood? Number one. What are the point we understood? Number one, insertion order will be preserved, right? Number one, yes, we understood insertion order will be correct. Insertion order will means in which order we are inserting, the same order the data will be allowed. So and good thing in the Colab notebook, you can see whatever you are typing. After typing, how it will visualize, you can see in the right section, right? So but in the Jupyter notebook, you will not get this kind of feature. That's the thing. And also you no need to install this collab and anything explicitly. By default, it is a feature of Google, so you can use that. So second point is that duplicates objects are allowed. Yes, it is allowed. Heterogeneous objects are allowed. Yes, it is allowed heterogeneous as well. So third point, heterogeneous objects are allowed. Fourth, list is dynamic because based on the requirement, we can increase or decrease the size of the element. The fourth point is it is a dynamic. I'll give you one good example to understand the list concept. Okay, so let's suppose we used to go in the market in every month end or every month starting, right? And we used to prepare a list. On top of on that list, we used to prepare all the things, necessity item, whatever we needed, right? We used to do or not in the home accommodations, like wheats are there, rice are there, whatever we want to take from the supermarket, we used to create a list and we used to put it all those things. And it can be possible, like you prepare a list and you went into the market, and after reaching into the market or inside of supermarket, your mom called, okay, I forget to add this X item, right? So what you are going to do? You are going to append that things inside of list and you are going to bring that thing, right? Second thing is that this is like kind of growable in nature. Like you can add. So whenever you want to prepare this kind of thing, you should go with the list data set. Second scenario might be possible. Your mom called, you went to the supermarket, your mom called, X item don't need, please don't take it. So you are going to remove as well. So you can insert as well as you can remove as well. So both the possibilities are available in case of list data structure. Does it make sense? So next scenario is, let's suppose you noted X inside of your list. Okay, X item. Now your neighbors are calling. Okay, Rupa or Divya, I heard that you went into supermarket. I want X item. X means the same item which you already added inside the list. So what you can do? You can add one more time X in your list because it's a second person item, right? So wherever you are going to see this kind of scenario, you can go with the list kind of data structure. Does it make sense? List data structure with the simple language.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay, fine. Now next is list. How we can represent the list. Next is how we are going to represent the list. How we can represent the list. So list can be represented like this, with the square braces. So here you can type A10, comma. It's a heterogeneous data will be allowed. So I can store like this 10 number. I can store character. I can store string, right? I can store string like this. We can store anything. Now question is, so just try to understand. This is the way of storing the list, right? Any question here? How to represent the list? Now, creation of list object. Now let's discuss about how to create a list object, right? So let me show you creation of the list objects. See, number one, you can create like this. Like this you can create. Let me show you here. List. Like this you can create. List is equal to, sorry. List is equal to, like this you can create. This is called list. And if you want to check whether this is a list or not, what you can do? Type, you can write type is equal to list. So what is that type? You can see and see it is runtime. It is allocating your machine. Can you see this? This is a connecting. It's showing connecting here because it is allowing allocating some machine in your system for you. Okay, it's like a distributed machine, right? It is like something like if you are going to use continuously 1 hour, then and you are suddenly you are going to stop. So the same resource it will allow for the another user. Okay, so it's like a shared machine, you can say. It is not using your machine. It is using, see, it got connected, and now we will get the result. So you can see what is the type of this? It is showing list.
List.
So list can be represented like this. And also you can create a list like this as well. Let me show you that part as well. Control and D. So list can be represented like this as well. L is equal to LIST and type of L. So just a minute. Okay. So this part is something different. Wait a minute. So we can understood like how we can create a list, right? Now just try to understand. If you want to add something, let's suppose this is the list, right? And let's suppose we have a one list called L is equal to these things 1, 2, 3, 4, um Rajesh and comma Pygron.
Class and class.
And here if you are going to add, if you are going to add print type of, that was the empty list, right? And here I am going to print type of L. We will get list, class list, because it's a list type. Now you can print, if you want to print list, you can print as well. That's also on you. Now, just try to understand. I told you, like, I can explain about the append and all. Now, just try to understand with the dynamic input. How many of you know, like, eval function? What eval function does? No. So, no worries. Let me show you. So, third point, what I'm going to discuss with dynamic input. Okay. So, here I'm going to explain that part. So let's suppose I have one list called how we are going to take the dynamic input. I already explained like eval input. Okay, let me explain first input. That's what this is the problem. Like you guys don't know about how the input function is work because I already taught, but you don't know. Whenever we have to take any input from the user, we are going to use input function. And here I'm going to pass enter your list. Enter your list. Okay. Now I'm going to print that L. I'm going to print that L. Now let me execute this cell. Now you can see it is asking enter your list. I am passing here list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I'm going to close. I'm going to store here.
Okay.
And now you can see if I'm printing, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my question is, let's suppose if I will check print of type of L. So what it will return? Can anyone explain me? The third line, what it will return?
Type.
Type. What will be type?
List.
List. Okay, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's okay. Now if I'm executing, you can see it is returning a string. Because input function always return data in form of string. Whether you are passing integer, character, string, whatever, it will always return string type. Now my question is how we can convert these data into the list. There is a way you can do that. So what you can do, L is equal to LIST, you can pass inside of list this L, and then if you are going to check print type of L 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all. If I'm executing these things, okay, list object is not callable. You will get an error because this is only problem because string data we cannot compute in form of list. That's what we are not able to convert. Now that's what, in order to solve this problem, what we can do, we can use the eval function. Eval function will return dynamically whatever data you are passing. Okay. So let me show you first. So what I can do, I will take, I'm just copy pasting this line of code and I'll show you. Control C, and I'm going to paste it here. Control V, and I'm going to pass this input value result inside of eval. And here I'm going to pass this. Now, just try to listen this very carefully. Now, if I will, what happened? Okay, I'm simple time. Now you can see this is returning list, right? But earlier it was returning string. So if you will use the eval function will automatically typecast the data whatever you have. Okay, so there is a one more example. Let me take a one more example. So let me copy paste this. Control A, Control C, Control V. And here I'm not going to use the eval right now. Okay, and I'm not going to use the eval. So without using the eval, let's see what is the difference. If I'm passing number, just number, it should be integer, but it's returning a string. Okay. Now what I can do, I am going to copy paste this again, and I'm going to use this again here. And here, this time, I will use the eval here. Okay. Eval here, I'm going to use, I'm going to paste it here. And if I'll use this, and if I'm going to pass 1, now this time just see it's returning integer. So this is the difference between the input and eval function. So if interviewer is asking, see, we are not going to only prepare the Python coding, we are also preparing the interview preparations parallelly. Okay. So now tell me what is the difference between the eval and input function, how to respond and what to respond.
I have a doubt here.
Yeah. So whenever I am asking the question, your doubt, guys, your doubt is coming. Like, so why not before that? But anyways, go ahead.
Sir, before that, enter the list 1, 2, 3. That is before coding. In before coding, the class was list, no, sir.
Where?
That's before coding. The 10th one. Yeah, 10th one. Enter your list. There also you have used a one function. But the class was list. Why can't it be an integer, sir? Down.
Okay, so it's just a string, right? You can mention whatever you want to display here. It is not affecting anything. Let's suppose you are passing enter your data. Whatever you will write, it will display here. You can see enter your data. Can you see this? It's just for displaying purpose. You can pass anything, whatever you wanted to pass. But yeah.
No, sir, in output I am asking. The class was list previously, but we are entering integers only now. Why the class can return integer? Why it is returning as list? I'm asking.
So you are talking about here why it is returning list, and here
Yeah,
you are
it's
talking
class
about
is
why it is return, because here we passed list now. Can you see this? We enter the input as a list. But here we passed only number. That's what it's returning. Means like, let's suppose I'm showing. Here I'm passing these things, and that's what one. We passed only one. That's what it's returning integer. We are not past that square bracket now. That's what. Eval function will automatically understand what is the data type.
Okay, sir.
That makes sense? Good.
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you one more thing. So there is a with the list functions. List is also a function. Another way to create a list is this way. Fourth option with the list function. So what you can do, let's suppose we have one list, and here I'm going to use the list function. List is the inbuilt function. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the range function? What range function does?
We can give the range, sir, between numbers between which to which left. The range difference.
You're correct. So let me show you first what range function does. Okay, so if I'm typing range, it's a kind of iterator. Range is a iterator function. If I'm passing here 10, so if I'm executing, then it will return 0 and 10. Means it will start from 0 and it will end at 10. Now, if I'm passing here, let's suppose if I'm passing here 1, comma 10, then it will show you something different. Means it will start at 1, it will end at 10. Now, if I'm passing here, comma 2, now see. So it is showing like it will start at 1, it will end at 10, but the interval between the numbers is 2 gap. So let me show you this part. Okay, just listen carefully. So if I'm typing for I in control X, I'm going to show you directly here, control V. And now if I print I, what happens for I in, for I in, I made a mistake for I in. That should be fine. Yeah, you can see first number came 1, then 1 gap 2, then 3, 1 gap 4, then 5, 7. Did you understood? Let's suppose if I'm not passing here 2. Now all the number will come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 will not come. 10 is explicit. Does it make sense? Range is these things. Now I want to convert these numbers in form of list. So what I can do, I will just simply do list. And here I'm going to pass these things. So here I am passing these things and I am passing L is equal to storing inside of L variable. Now if I will check type of L, then it will return the list data type. What happened? Sorry, my bad. List object is not callable. What happened? Why it is showing this error? One minute. Ridiculous. Just a minute. Let me show you with this one, Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook. Wow.
Jupyter spelling is awesome.
Is it spelling mistake? K-U-P-Y. Acha, sorry. Thank you. Just a minute. So let me show you this part here inside of Jupyter notebook. So password, how to take the password? Password you can collect from here. Okay, that's good. Now let me open one thing. This many thing I taught you already. Hmm? This is something different class, I think. 8 day ago. Okay, fine. And this is day 5, right? Let me create new Python notebook. Okay. So if I'm typing here, no, why will be typing these things here? See, I'm getting the result. I don't know why it is not working in Colab. There is a problem then. List range function, list object is not callable. Okay, then it seems it's a problem with the Colab notebook. Okay, fine. No worries. You guys can work on a Jupyter notebook as of now, but I'll figure it out what is the.
Okay.
So you can see the same thing is working in the Google this thing. Okay, so let me create one file for you guys first. Just a minute. I will create one folder by classes. Why this many folders has been created in your class? Okay. Just a minute. Here I'm going to create new folder. Day 5. So if you arrange your file folder structure, it will be easy to you to find it out anything at the end of day 5. Okay. And instead of day 5, I'm going to create a new Python notebook. It's always the same. Okay. Leave that. Yeah. So I'm continuing with the portion where we left. So now if I will print L, so you can see I'm getting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever we got, right? Whatever we got from the list, this range for loop. So if I will show you 1, comma 2, and you will get it out like the same option 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And same thing we are getting here as well. Can you see this 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? Okay, fine, cool.
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you list function we understood, right? Now there is another thing which is called split function. So fifth point is split function. So how we can convert this cell as a markdown, cell type convert into markdown. So it will be used as a markdown split function. So I'm going to discuss, let's suppose there is a string and I'm going to write here learning Python is very easy. Okay, very easy. So I'm typing these things. Now what I can do, I want to split this string into in form of list. So L dot split. You can use the split function, and if you are passing these things, list of, oh, this is S. Sorry, here you have to pass the S, and you can store inside of L. That's okay. Now if I'll execute this, and now if I'll print this, I'm getting C. Can you see this? So a split function by default will get splitted with spaces. Can you see this? Wherever the space is there, that got splitted. But let's suppose you want to split with the some certain keyword. Okay. So what you can do? So Control A, Control C, Control V, and here I'm going to inside of split, I can mention something. I'm mentioning something comma. Okay. Let's suppose I want to split with the comma variable.
Okay.
So by default, it will split by spaces. Now I'm going to mention here comma. And can you see this? It will, okay, let me print this again. So you can see this got splitted with the comma. But if I'll not mention the comma, and now if I'll print L, can you see this? The whole thing is one list because it not splitted yet. It got converted. The whole thing is a one string. Can you see this? It got started from here and it got end here. Because split function by default will try to split with the space, and there is no space is available here. So that's what. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Fine. Now accessing the element of the list. Let me Note down these pointers. Accessing the element of the list. What do you mean by this? Accessing the element of the list means like whatever elements are present inside of list, we are going to access those elements, right? Do you guys understand Hindi?
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
आता है
Yes,
हिंदी
sir.
समझ में? Do you guys know
I'm
Hindi?
watching nowadays Hindi serials sir, to improve my Hindi.
What kind of you know serials you are watching? Serials or movie?
Serials sir.
What?
रिश्ता कहलाती है serial.
What?
रिश्ता कहलाती है serial sir.
रिश्ता क्या कहलाती है?
Yeah, yes sir.
Okay, fine. That's awesome. And what about Divya? Are you trying anything in Hindi or you can access the element?
Yes.
Acha, that's good. I'm trying to learn some South Indian language, regional language, but I'm trying from last 5 years. Sorry, but I'm not able to learn anything. Access element of the list here. Why?
Hindi means Tamil is easy, sir. You can learn easily.
Acha, Tamil is easy. Okay. I don't know, like for me, everything is a South Indian language. Either it's a Tamil, Kannada, or Malayalam, or anything is there. No, I don't know.
Malayalam is similar to Tamil and this.
Okay, but means I believe Malayalam is very tough language, right?
Okay.
Okay, index or by using slice operator. Slice operator. So this is called slice operator. Fine. So we are going to discuss these things. Now let's suppose how we are going to by using the index function. First, we are going to discuss about how to access the element by using the index operator. Number one, list follow the zero-based index, right? Zero-based index means like element counting is getting start from the zeroth index. Let's suppose if we have a list 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, this is our list. Just for example. Now, what will be the index here? So index, first element index will be 0. Second element index will be 1. Third element index will be 2. Fourth element index will be 3. Any doubt in this? Any doubt? No doubt. That's okay. Now
No, sir.
no, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, what I'm trying to say, just try to understand here very clearly. And let me open my charger first, otherwise laptop will get down. Just hello. Cool. So now we understood, right? But let's suppose if we want to represent these things from this is the representation of left to right. Okay, this is the representation of left to right. Okay, left to right. But now let's suppose I want to represent the same thing from right to left. So what I can do, this is the representation of right to left. So in case of right to left, what will be the indexing way? So the indexing way will be, so here just try to understand how this first will be -1. Let's suppose you are coming from here and this will be -2, and this will be -3, -3, and this will be -4. Okay. So we can make something. Okay. Now let me show you in the practical definition, and then I can come up with the pointers. Control MB. So let's suppose we have the same list. I'm going to copy paste the same list, Control C, and I'm going to store inside of L variable. I'm pasting here. Okay. Now let's suppose if I want to access the 0th index, what I can do? If I'll pass here 0, means what it will return? Can anyone help me? 10. Very good. It is returning 10. Now let's suppose if I'm passing here L 3, what it will return? 40, because 40 का index क्या है? 3.
40.
Yes, 3 का. Yeah. Now let's suppose if I'm passing here 4, what it will return? It will return error. Index out of, it will return error. Index out of bound. Means like there is no index 4. That's what it is throwing an error. That's fine. That is okay. Now let's suppose I have to reverse it. Means ulta हमको access करना है. ठीक है? So what I can do, I can pass it here like -1. Let's suppose if I'm passing -1, what it should return? Can anyone?
40, sir.
40. Very good. It should return 40. That's okay. Now you guys understood like how to play with this. Now let's suppose we have one list. Very careful here. 1, 2. Don't sleep. That's what you guys plan to take a class in the evening, right? Afternoon, may you guys feeling sleepy.
No, sir.
It makes sense to me.
At one time, they will sleep.
That's what you guys. But our class was going on in the afternoon, right? 3 p.m. Okay, I got the reality now. Okay. So this is see, this is a very complex list inside list. Okay, are you able to see this? We have a list inside of list, and now I'm going to make 10. Okay, done. Did you understood? Can you guys able to understand what will be the index size, index number? Index, first tell me the size of this list. How many objects are present?
One. 13, sir.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. So here, this is the parent list, right? So here inside of this list, number 1,
Yes.
number 2, number 3, number 4.
3.
Wait, 4. Now from here to here, it's a 1 object. It's a 5. Now next, it's a 6. From here to here, 6. Now this is 7. 7 objects are there, not 13. That makes sense. Now let's suppose I'll tell you why. Let's suppose if you want to access third index, what you have to pass? Can anyone? Third index means like 3. I have to access only 3. What I have to pass? 2. So because third index is 3. Now let's suppose I have to access this from here to there. What I have to pass? So 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Correct. Very good. So if I'll pass 5 में तो ये आ रहा 4, I think. Return my very good. 4. So then only we can access this. Now you can understand this is the also a list. If I'll check the type of this is also a list. Oh, spelling mistake. You can see this is also a list. So what I can do, if I'll pass this, I'm getting this result 3, 4, Rajesh Thakur. That's okay. That is fine. Now this is also list, right? But if I have to access Rajesh, how I can access? Now simple. So you know fourth index is returning list, and inside of fourth index you can pass again one index called 0, 1, 2. 2 index is Rajesh. I can get the Rajesh. So any kind of complex list you can access any kind of object inside of list you can do this. Any doubt?
So 4:3 we ask Thakur will come, right, sir?
4:3. Okay. So 4, it's not is 2, it's a 4. Fourth index will give that complete list, and then 3. Yes, it will return true. Yes.
True. Okay.
Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, now let's understand the slicing. What do you mean by the slicing? I think I have already explained inside of list. Sorry, stream data structure. भूल गए सब कुछ नहीं याद है. Everything got forgot. है ना? No worries.
Seriously.
Because you guys are not doing the practice. That's a problem here. And now you are expecting the.
Year after you told strictly not that we will practice.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So for me, like every student do the commitment. I have seen from the last 3 years, 4 years. I'm teaching from the last 3.5 years across the different kind of country as well. So I used to initially I used to teach on Simply Learn. Simply Learn was the platform where I used to teach over the data science and ML classes over the lockdown time. But now I recently left that Simply Learn just because of some policy regulations. So that's why I left that. And now I'm seeing the many students from the different regions. So right now, so I'm able to connect with you in person as well, right? So when I was teaching at the lockdown, none of the student I have not seen them as well by face. I never been seen by face them like how they are and means many students always used to send a WhatsApp message. Hey, I got place in this company. Got place. It's like a very good thing that I'm getting the news and I'll be very happy with those things. But now the thing is that at the same moment, if I want to recognize who was that student who was taking my class, I don't know. Like it's a complete virtual class was going on. I'm not able to see their face. They are not able to see my face. Who is my trainer at the back end? Who is teaching? What are things is going on? No one knows, right? But yeah, but at the end, I believe that's what I am going to make one my community where I wanted to, everyone should get interacted. Many Indian guys I have been seen, especially for the girls' fears, like they are very hesitant to ask the question, especially for girls. Don't take personally. I have seen these things, and based on that, I'm going to elaborate this. This with this you are putting yourself in the dark future. It's a always I used to say, be a friend with everyone, every person, so that you can understand what they are learning and you can also explain them what you are learning. And sharing the knowledge, gaining the knowledge is the way of achieving the goal. Okay, you cannot be a success with single one. You have to be a collaborative with everyone. You have to be, you have to be communicate with all in every person. Then only you can be. Otherwise, it's a very tough, to be honest. Right. This makes sense, guys.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So don't take it my personal opinion. I am telling you like the fact. If I could say like, okay, don't speak with anyone, don't speak with anybody, and you just learn. No, if you will speak with the others, then only you will get to know what are the things you are missing. Right. You will get to know when they went for the interview what the question has been come, right? So that's a way of understanding, and try to connect with everyone over the Google Meet every day or Discord. We have a community, right? Connect with them, connect with the others, and just try to understand how I can improve my skills. Makes sense. So that face to face fear you have to remove. Cool.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now, let's suppose if a slicing operator is something, let's suppose if I'm want everything, let's suppose if I want everything in this, so I'm getting this list. Okay. Now, let's suppose if I want from first to till six, I want to access. So slicing operator will give you the slice of your iterable object. Okay, piece of object you can say. So if I'm passing nothing at the, this is called, okay, slicing in the, just let me explain this slicing a bit. So slicing, here three things is coming. One is called start index, index, colon, end index, colon, intervals. Okay, let me show you this part. So let's suppose this is the list, right? And if I'm passing L and I'm not, if I'm passing here zeroth index, start from 0 and end at 6, where it is coming 6. What is the index of 6? Can anyone tell me? 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is that.
5.
So if I pass 5, then 6 will not come. Only 5, because up to this will. So if I'll pass here 6, then my 6 will come. Okay. So now we understood, right? It slicing will return you the piece slice of the object. Now let me show you one thing. If I will copy paste the same thing here, and if I'm not passing 0, Python is very intelligent interpreter. It will understand if you're not passing the starting index. By default, it will pick the 0th index. By default, it will pick the 0th index. It will get it done. Okay, up to that. Now let's suppose if we are passing something 2. Okay, so 2 means 3. From 3, it should start. So it will just 3, 4, 5, 6. Does make sense? Now let's suppose you want you want 3 से लेकर till end, 3 third index से till end, you want everything. You're not mentioning anything as well. It will understand, Python will understand. Okay, if you not mention the end index, by default it will be till end, till the end. Does make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, I would like to request you guys, tomorrow we can connect, like, means like coming classes, I don't want to connect over the 5 p.m. I want to connect at least at 4 p.m. That will be sent, because I'm taking classes
Okay,
from
sir.
morning continuously, and kya hota, like, you know, like energy will get down. Like whenever you are coming at the last of the my classes, it will be like very panic for me to continue a long time. Just sit in front of me, sit in my place, and just think around with what I'm talking about. So just try to be connected at 4 p.m. That will be more helpful for me. I'm getting exhausted whenever I used to be in the evening taking the class and speaking continuously. This continuously speaking is there, right? Teaching is what? Continuously speaking. Continuously you have to speak. So that's what I will. So a small request. Just try to be ready
Okay,
at 4
sir.
p.m. Okay. Fine. Otherwise, nothing is. Now let's suppose I have to come at the reverse time. So what I can do, L reverse, right? So ulta I have to come, right? So what I can do, colon -1. So now see, last object came first. No doubt. Now this is fine. Now let's suppose there is a, now can anyone get me from here to here like this order? JB, Pybron, and
Colon,
6.
colon,
Bolo.
colon, -1, -2, sir. Colon, minus.
Colon, colon 3. Someone mentioned this point.
Colon 2, sir.
Colon 2. Okay.
Colon 2. Colon.
But we are getting 1, 2. No.
Sir, colon, -2, sir.
Colon -2. Chalo, theek hai. Sorry, ma'am. Now
-2.
is it fine? No.
Yes,
No.
yes, sir.
No.
No, sir. Colon, minus.
Colon.
Because we don't need, we don't need JB.
No, we need JB, Pybron. We need JB and Pybron. Sorry, ma'am. We need JB and Pybron. We need only JB and Pybron. That's all.
Then only one colon, sir. Then only one colon, sir.
I'll tell you.
No.
Wait, done? You guys are done?
Okay.
It's a very simple.
Yes,
See,
sir.
you know this list, right? So copy paste ना, इसको copy paste करो यहाँ पे and get it from here to here you need, right? तो यहाँ पे लिखो ना colon 2.
Yes.
Done. Did you understood what I did? Simple list. It is a simple list, right? Like this. It was in reverse order. I make it reverse, and then I am getting these things done. What's the issue here?
Okay, sir.
Understood? Understood? Hello? Am I audible? Cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. That's okay. Now let it to be for today, this much only. Because it's a very first class after a long time. I'll be connected over the 8th of March at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. at the same time. Okay. Is it okay for you
Okay,
all? Yeah, fine. So 4 p.m. we'll connect
Yes,
at
sir.
8th of March and try to be connected. I'll share this video and I'll share this doc in your drive so that you guys can continue.
Okay, sir. Next class we will come prepared, sir.
Yes, yes. Otherwise, it will be a like Satnarayan Bhagwan Katha. Yeah. At the end, you will get correct. So that's a special demand from my end. I'm not requesting you to come up with these things. I'm just